Tonight then, is a grand moment for us. For you invite us to go deeper with these teachings. We have been introducing some aspects of how to embody your birthright, God consciousness. How to become a human being that understands that your natural state of being is a state of joy. How this planet Earth was a place for you to find resolution with all the things that you have experienced since you left home, the kingdom. So that you can bring back into your personal experience that which you feel was left behind in the kingdom. Making that your tangible reality, your new identity, based in joy, in love. It would ask of each of you to do something quite extraordinary. To make a new pledge in your life. Tonight we invite you to give your allegiance to joy. What would happen in your life with such a commitment to joy? That would ask you to stop reacting to a reality that has nothing to do with joy. It is this sovereign stance that will ask you to affirm on a daily basis that your choice of how you would choose to feel is not negotiable. And so it is to become conscious of your thoughts by noticing how you are feeling. To pay attention to each emotion that runs through you that is a part of your conditioning. Part of the parameters that you accepted to survive being here as a human being. And yet those very parameters do not allow the magnificence of your own consciousness to be present in this moment. You sit here tonight feeling once again exhausted from trying to accommodate what humanity is serving less than yourself, less than your own magnificence, less than joy itself. Your body says this doesn't feel so joyful. How can the body and your soul accommodate this new relationship? Body and soul, having a mutual understanding that your allegiance to joy is now your standard for how you choose to feel. When you wake up in the morning, starting tomorrow, what will be the first trade-off that breaks that allegiance? What will be the first compromise that denies you the birthright to represent the magnificence of who you are? We are not judging any of you. We are asking you. Must it be this way? For you already feel how painful it is to be less than who you already are. And how is this going? Have you had enough? Truly, have you had enough? How many more days must you live convincing yourself that you must try even harder to be less than what I already am? Joy. In a way you prostitute yourself by trying to accommodate the expectations you adapted to. By adapting to those expectations, you prostitute your own soul. For it knows its truth to be this joy. Even if you are the only one on the planet being truthful to yourself, at least you will be having a good time. Remember that your experience on Earth is all about creating solution to all the feelings that we have experienced since we left home. Since we experienced for the first time feeling separate from joy, from love. No one has done anything wrong. God or Goddess simply asked, would you go on a journey, on an adventure where love is not contained, and we all raised our hands. Like joyful children do. And we stepped out into the grandness of this void and for the first time experienced fear, feeling separate from home. But here we are on Earth as human beings having slowed down our own thought process and call it physical reality. Slowed it down so that we could not escape our own relationship to our own feelings, be they love or fear. No more running off into the 24th dimension. But finding here on Earth the opportunity to finally make peace with those aspects of ourselves that feel polarized, that feel separate, diminished, unloved, and unwelcome. Those aspects are here tonight asking, must we be responsible for holding that which is not joyful for the rest of your days? When do we get to reunite into the family consciousness that is our heritage as well? Tonight perhaps? For many of you tonight. But let's begin with loving thyself. Let's see how this feels. Let's close our eyes together as a group and put our hands right on our hearts. Everyone takes a deep breath here. Begin to slowly rock back and forth, begin to just allow yourself to feel that the one that you have been searching for to love you is right here now. It is you, loving you. We invite you to fall deeply in love with yourself. Hold yourself with such affection. Hold yourself so tenderly. Hold yourself with such compassion. Finally, in all the lifetimes that you have been living as a physical human being, the search to find another to love you stops here tonight. You have found you. You have always been here. Let yourself feel the most profound affection for you from you. For the journey that you have taken. For all the bumps and bruises. Gently with your hand caress your face ever so lightly, like a feather touching yourself with such a tender affection. Can you say to yourself, I am beautiful? Can you say this to yourself? Can you say it to yourself, I am perfect just the way I am and I love who I am? Can you say this to yourself and mean it from the deepest part of your heart? I am perfect just the way I am. I am the grandest soul who has ever experienced life just as I am experiencing it here and now. I am this grand. The truth of who I am is that I am spirit also, and I have fallen deeply in love with myself. I am spirit also and I have fallen deeply in love with thyself. Now open your eyes for a moment. We know you do not like this, but bear with us. So, you to you, Michael pointing to each person to look at another, look at each other. Look at the grandness of spirit looking back at itself. Perhaps you can say to each other, if not for the love I have for myself, I would say you are the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. Laughter here. Indeed. Keep these eyes open. Keep these eyes open and look at the one looking at you. Can you say you are absolutely beautiful? And can you see that when you see that beauty within yourself, how this other person suddenly indeed is more beautiful than they have ever looked before? They will not mind. Indeed. Now, allegiance to this pledge will ask of you to love yourself in such a way that it will look vain to those who have yet to learn about self-love. If you are willing to love yourself in this way, you will not accept anything that would ask of you to diminish your allegiance to this joy. The joy is what supports you. The joy is what provides the abundance, prosperity, the fulfilling intimate relationships. It is the joy that makes you irresistible to anyone. And then you can have anything you want. But you must pledge allegiance to this joy. So tomorrow, we know you love your Monday mornings. Tomorrow is yet another Monday. How will your day begin? It begins with an opportunity to feel so passionate about your new pledge. This allegiance to joy that is not for sale. And you will be tested. For you will be tested by those that have been conditioned, like you, to love their self from a place of compromise and sacrifice.